everybody, my name is Bloody Marshall. Welcome back to another video. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, he is making another fucking Parlo related video. Well, guess what? It's gonna be the last one, unless something fucking huge comes out. Apparently, Parlo comes out to be a fucking terrorist. If anything else happens, then I will make another video, but at the moment, I think this will be the last one. Now, there's a couple people who think that I'm a clout-chasing bum, and well, I can't really blame them at all. But regarding that, here's what I'm gonna be talking about today, and I want to get into it very quick as to not waste your time. Guamgo, I don't know how to pronounce his name, alright? He's another Roblox YouTuber just like Parlo that likes to make videos on other Roblox YouTubers. And on top of that, recently he's been in just as much flack as Parlo has. Although for me, the reason why I talked about Parlo is, for one, he is the bigger YouTuber, and that's not because of the views per se, because Guango himself is also kind of a big creator. Primary reason why I talked about Parlo instead of talking about Guamgo is because Parlo tried to completely exclude himself from the situation and was kind of a hypocrite. Parlo denounced and completely tried to get XD Gamer, the guy who tried to expose him, and his other account, anti-Parlo on Twitter, and he completely tried to get them suspended, in which he did. He was successful at. But one of the reasons why he did it in the first place is because XD Gamer was trying to expose Parlo for being just as much as a fucking creep as XD Gamer. They were both in the same server, in the same stream, with the same cheese pizza in the Discord server, in the same call, and Parlo knew that it was being streamed to 300 plus people and knew what the content that was being streamed. Reason why I thought it was very hypocritical, which I'll just make this a very quick thing. I don't want this to be, because this isn't another video where I'm talking about Parlo, alright? I'm supposed to be talking about Guamgo here. But one of the main hypocritical points that Parlo tried to push a lot was that XD Gamer was wrong because he stored it and he censored it and all of that. When, quite frankly, Guamgo did the exact same thing. He did the exact same thing. He obviously saved it to his Discord server, but not only that, in order for him to post it to the server, he would have to store it in some sort of file or anything like that. And on top of that, he would have to throw it into some sort of software to censor it in the first place, which he didn't do a good job at. And Parlo showed zero care whatsoever to any of that about Guamgo. For him, it was just kind of like, well, yeah, he did do that, and it was kind of bad, but I'm not involved with any of that, even though I was in the same call, in the same stream, in the same Discord server with the same CP. No, I don't think I'm really involved, Guamgo himself needs to come out and give some sort of apology. He needs to come out and take accountability. I have no sort of accountability for myself. For one, being in the same server as him, and two, not telling him that was fucking wrong. Parlo tries so hard to save his career. All the time he's brought into some sort of drama, anything of that sort. Now, I know you can't argue with what I'm about to say. Now, listen very closely. Notice how Parlo had no sort of care, no sort of problem, did not think it was wrong when Guamgo saved, stored, edited the pictures of the CP and then posted it to a Discord server and streamed it to over 300 people with Parlo. He had no problem with that, did not think it was wrong. But when XD Gamer did the exact same thing, he stored it, re-censored it to make it even safer for viewing, which I still don't think they should be viewed in an essential way, but you get what I mean. Notice how Parlo had a problem with XD Gamer when he did that. Notice how he had a problem when it was somebody going against Parlo. But when it was one of his friends that did the exact same thing, he had no problem with it whatsoever until Parlo's name started getting dragged in the dirt. Rightfully so, because he was involved with it, and he also himself did not see any problem with it until he was getting a lot of flack for it. During the clip in the very first video I show of Guamgo and Parlo streaming, notice how Parlo doesn't seem to really think any of it's wrong. Otherwise, he would have been like, hey, you probably shouldn't be streaming cheese pizza to over 300 people. Like, I think we shouldn't be doing this right now. No, he did none of that. None of it. He sat there and streamed with him because he thought, I don't think anybody's going to find this wrong, and I don't find it wrong myself, so I'm just going to do it. But as soon as anybody on Twitter somehow gets outraged or tries to get mad at Parlo switches up. He's like, hey, I think it's wrong that he streamed that, and I think it's wrong that he stored it. But even though when we were streaming it and doing it in the first place, I didn't think it was wrong, but the only reason why I'm thinking it's wrong now is because I'm getting affected by it. Like, this is how retarded this fucking guy is, alright? He shows no accountability for any of the shit he did, and so does Guamgo. Guamgo is, I think, on the same level, like, how do I explain this, alright? Look, he's like a hair above Parla, and the fact that both of them are retards, and both of them are weirdos, both of them are nonsense, but it seems to me that Guamgo didn't show, he almost was more excited. He wanted to stream. He wanted to do all of that. Parlo just kind of went with the flow. He didn't really care. He didn't think it was wrong. But Guamgo seemed to like have a mission in his mind to do this, which is a reason why I'm talking about him today. And it's for this one point I'm about to make. Guamgo makes tons of videos on people trying to expose other Roblox YouTubers who have done like barely anything. I mean, some of them are pretty fucked up, you know, guys try to claim other people's games and stuff like that. But for the most part, some of the stuff he covers is just useless information that means nothing. Like, when you watch his videos, it's just like a Apple alarm sound. Like, it's like you hear it, but the longer you hear it, the more your ears start to go numb and the more your brain turns to fucking mush. And that's one of the only points you can make. I mean, he did the exact same things that Parlo did that I covered in my video. It just so happened that Parlo was a little more hypocritical with it. I mean, both of them are hypocritical, but Parlo went on this huge Twitter tour and trying to get people suspended and trying to get people fucking killed, and his fans sending people death threats and stuff like that for trying to expose him. But Guamgo did it in a different type of way. That's a different type of fucked up. Guamgo just ignored everything. He just fucking ignored everything people were saying. He moved on with his life. He did not apologize, alright? He did not do any of that. He just moved on with his life, which just shows how much of a fucking pussy these two guys are. Because they're trying so hard to preserve their fucking life, their career, and it's sad that that's what they're doing. But that's it, alright? I'm done making videos. This is the last one. This is the third one I've made on Parlo and Guamgo. This is it, alright? This is the last one. I'm serious. Like, play this back in the future. If I ever decide to make another video on them that isn't justified, fucking someone come hit me with a damn club, because at this point it's getting sad to make videos on people like this. But anyways, I'll be making different videos, alright? I'm done talking about commentary. Actually, I don't want to say that because you never know. But yeah, that's it. My name is Bloody Marshall. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.
Let's see what